Hello dear Aquarius, welcome back. This is Eve from High Five Tarot. This is your September 2022 Sun, Moon, Rising sign and Venus for the sign of Aquarius. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Perhaps next month's message is the one for you. But I've always believed in synchronicity, so there must be something in here that you need to hear today. Thank you for being here and welcome back dear Aquarius. Wow. The continuation of this reading is in the link in the description box below. One more oracle card for you, and you could also create your own 3-card spread there. You just have to scroll down and you would see this star spinner tarot deck, and you could make your own 3-card spread there. If you are still confused, you could follow the link there, and if you're still confused about the messages that come up, I haven't announced this yet, so you are here for a reason. I told you. So thank you for being here. You would be one of the few people who would get this deal. You could send me through tarot@highfiveshighvibes.com your 3 cards, a screenshot of your 3 cards, and I would interpret it for you for free. Usually I do donation-based readings for clients, and but now I'm doing it for free. Could do it for free. Could do the reading for you for free. Anyway, okay, your current situation. I could be connecting with an Aquarius born individual who's very career oriented right now and have no time for a love life. But let's see what the cards would give. But I could also be connecting with an Aquarius born individual right now who seems like they are carrying the burden of their family, of providing for their family. Very financially stable. But you could see the turtle right there. I can sense some energy of being burdened, I mean, you like this career, you like building wealth, building, let's say, possessions, providing for your family, but you are, there seems to be an exhaustion right now. There seems to be, like you're having a hard time to breathe, having a hard time to pursue new things. You know, when you are very stable, earth energy, you could be, this could also be the person you're dealing with. Somebody who is very hyper focused on the task, hyper focused on work, to a point that they are losing their quality time with you, losing the time to make those fun activities with you. Somebody in your love situation has this energy of stability, but sometimes if you are way too stable, you forget to have fun, you forget the joy, you forget to enjoy the simple things in life, and sometimes some things are too easy for you. You're just focused on what's familiar to you, and could be boredom. That seems to be in alignment with an energy of a typical Aquarius born individual. It bores you to death. Perhaps your love situation right now feels so boring, and you are thinking, where do we go from here? What happens next? Is this all that we have? Is this all that we can be in this relationship? Is this all that I mean, you are the visionary, dear Aquarius. There are a lot of things that you would want to do in life, but it seems like right now everything seems so stale, everything seems so stable that it bores you. Everything seems so stable that it burdens you. You are no longer yourself, which you identify as a very vibrant, creative, adventurous kind of person, and you are having a hard time thinking about this because, or perhaps you could be losing sleep about this too. You're waiting for favorable conditions to come. You just don't want to move. If this seems to be your person, you could be this person, which is the partner of this one. They are partners. You could be in a soulmate type of situation. You could be married to this person, and you used to believe that you will never bore each other out, that your relationship is so dynamic, you never fight, but right now it just goes stale, bland. Perhaps your sex life is no longer exciting for you. It no longer excites you. That is what I am getting at here. See? It's time to shake things up. It's time to shake things up, dear Aquarius. If there is an issue, I kind of get that energy that there's no big deal in this relationship. It's just no fights, no quarrels, everything is flawless. But there's no longer, you can't feel that spark any longer. You know what I mean? If there's an issue in this connection, if there has been a long-standing issue between you and this person, it kind of feels like this is the right time to address it. It's the right time to close the chapter, or to move on, to move forward something. There's something that you need to work on first before you close that chapter, and you know what that means. I am getting that energy of condescension from you. There could be Capricorn in your chart. Something is just not, it's out of your, you feel that you are too good for that kind of task, so you would rather not do it. It could also be a superiority energy. I just said it. There's an energy of oppressive from you. I mean, I'm too good for that. I'm too good for that. That's too shallow for me. That's the energy I'm getting from you, dear Aquarius. Something, you can't move on to the next chapter in your life just because you are, this is where you're coming from. You don't want to make changes, perhaps because you feel that you don't need to do those changes. Those changes are too petty for you. Those changes are, it's just not fit your vision. But you're in a relationship. Don't forget that, you're Aquarius. You're in a relationship. It's a two-way street. It's always not about you. So it's either you wait for favorable conditions to come, or your way or the highway. So your partner seems to be, if either, let's get an energy from your person later. Let's just complete this. What is this? Queen of Pentacles here in reverse, mothering. Okay, there could be fear from your end that you would not be, the will is not on your favor, or you feel that you will not succeed once you partake on this task that you know you have to do as far as the situation is concerned. Or perhaps you just feel that you are not listened to. You feel that you are alone, perhaps. You feel that you are no longer happy, perhaps, or your person is. Look at her. This seems to be you teaching your, it's like you can teach an old dog new tricks, that saying. You want to express yourself, but it's either one, as I've mentioned a while ago, it's either you feel that the task that you need to do or the endeavor you must partake is something that is too petty for you. It doesn't align with your vision, or you are the one who is telling your person what to do, but it's non-negotiable. Somebody in this connection, perhaps both of you, on two different pages, telling each other what to do, with condescension involved, with fears involved. You may not admit to that because it feels that you don't want to do it because you know you will not succeed. So, of course, you would not say that I fear doing this because I fear that. It's more of a self-limiting kind of belief. Distractions abound. Something has to be confronted. This could be an elephant in the room, but I strongly feel that it cannot be resolved because one or both of you are coming from that space of we don't have to do that. We're okay, right? But you know deep down inside you're not okay. Somebody here is not happy with the connection. This could be a marriage. Somebody here could be telling the other what to do, almost like that superiority kind of vibe, and that is what I am getting from you. Condescension, oppression, to a point that it oppresses the other party, to a point that it alienates the other party. But from your, at least from your perspective, you are this person. I'm doing all the tasks here. I mean, you should follow me because I'm doing everything in this house. Can you see how you sound like? If you resonate with that, can you see how that sounds like? Somebody is carrying all the burden, and they feel that it just feels so natural for them to carry the burden. But to begin with, and now they are complaining about it, but to begin with, you can ask for help. You never sought help before. Nobody sought help, and so it exhausts them to a point that nobody's happy anymore, or both of you. Let us see where the energy of the person, Aquarius is dealing with. What's up with this person, please? What's up with the Aquarius? Oh, they are indecisive, reaching what do you call that? I apologize for my words, or if I stutter, if I pause. I'm thinking about the English word. English is not my first language, so but I hope you could still understand me. English is not my first language, but yeah. This person seems to be not expressing with you their feelings towards the situation. If you are at a turning point right now wherein you would want to call it quits, you would want to you're turning out to be cold, you're thinking about this, you're losing sleep about it, you know there's a problem, but you're distracting yourself. Your person may not be talking to you, may not speaking because they fear that they would communicate something that they would hurt you. If there's somebody in this connection who feels that they're more of groping in the dark, they don't know how to approach you. I mean, they're not fully aware that you know there's a problem, but both of you deep inside know there is something that you need to talk about. This person, it seems like, you know, look at that, those are all blues. The throat chakra, when the throat chakra around your throat, of course, the energy center in your throat, when that is imbalanced, it's either you are not speaking your truth or you are over expressing. I'm not saying over expressing your truth, but it's more of you are tactless. This person may seem to be struggling inside. Deep inside, they are really struggling. This could be introverted. The person you're dealing with could be very, very introverted. They could be very, very shy. And look at them. They're threading this path of uncertainty. could be walking on eggshells with you, dear Aquarius. They, I mean, one miss, they die. And perhaps that's the reason why they are not talking to you, or they're not expressing their truth with you. They're not communicating their truth with you because they feel that they, one word they say that would annoy you, they would die. This is so that brings them to indecision, not deciding at all. Okay, I would just try to balance this until I leave. You know, that energy, this is the energy I am getting from your person. And it seems like they want to pursue something in their life, but they are being held back because they can't express themselves. They're not in connection with their truest self, their passionate self, and perhaps they're stretching themselves way too thin. And perhaps for some people, they could not also express it simply because perhaps they fear that you would lash out on them, or perhaps they're at an emotionally unstable phase, and so they would rather just keep it to themselves and see how it goes. Let's get main core energy for Pisces, for Aquarius. Oh, you could be dealing with a Pisces. Oh, this is the same card that I said about a while ago about that oppression and condescension. If you are coming, if you are having that energy of being condescending, or feeling like it's too petty for you to do, or it's something that is out of your league, that's not my level, perhaps you are coming from that. Your person is more of the balanced one. They are finding their tribe. They want to find their tribe. Perhaps they are doing this, perhaps they are spending lately much time with their friends, or if it's either they are very detached, quiet, non-communicative, no talky, or cold, just plain cold. It's either that, or they are spending way too much time with their, not way too much time, spending an unusual time. No, not unusual. It's like maybe because it's a pandemic, of course, so it's kind of, we just, I mean, COVID is still there, so I mean, all of us have gone through a home situation. Party is now at home. So perhaps maybe in the past 2 years, they would do he or she would do a virtual meeting with friends, but right now they are, it seems like they're much more eager to go outside and like once a week to visit friends or to be with friends. So that could be a manifestation of this energy from your person, that they are keeping it to themselves, that they don't want to express it. Perhaps they're not used to expressing their truth to you alone, I mean one-on-one, or perhaps you're the one who initiates the conversation always. So they could be also waiting for that divine intervention to speak their truth with you, to say their piece with you. Yeah. Waiting for their ships to come, waiting for that moment they could. Oh, same. You're mirroring each other. You are the opposite, complete opposite. Not exactly in traits, but complete opposite as far as how you approach the situation. I mean, what is that Queen of Wands? They are distracting also themselves, perhaps focusing on a creative project, spending too much hours at work. No, there's no. Oh, this could also be a third party, but I mean, third party doesn't have to be an affair. Could also be a third party, like spending way too much with friends, spending way too much time at work. That's their way of distracting themselves. if you have another way of distracting yourself, like having a day off, time with yourself, spa, whatever, being with their friends, drinking with friends, this person has a different kind of distraction. Could be working, focusing, taking on a lot of projects so that they could yeah, distract themselves. What is that Queen of Wands? Oh, same card. They feel that same with you. You know, it's time to talk about this. They feel that you would reject them once they speak their mind, or you would lash out on them. And perhaps you feel the same way, that this person will reject you, or perhaps you fear that this person would finally admit that they're having an affair, which seems like there's none. So there seems to be a struggle. But if there seems to be a mental torture of some sort in this situation, the struggle is much heavier. They perceive this struggle, it's very heavy on this person than you. I mean, you could find your ways to distract yourself, and you're very successful at that. But this person, your person, seem to be struggling. They're struggling with that. Few more cards. I want to get from this card. Few more cards about the situation, please. What does Aquarius? Okay. There's this Moses. Moses knew when it's time to leave. Right? I leave it at that. Don't wait for the summer to come. Do it now. This is your card a while ago. Just an affirmation. Some things, perhaps you feel that some things are just not for you, or perhaps you feel that you know that you have to confront this. I mean, not confront like storm into their room and tell them to talk to you. It's more of having that courage. If you have that passion to start or to initiate the conversation, it's more of channeling that courage to initiate a heartfelt conversation, instead of you storming into the room and telling them, hey, we have to talk about this. Even if you are the more dominant one in this relationship, perhaps the universe now is calling for you to you know that energy of a mom telling your kid, hey, it's okay, I'm here. Is there something you would want to tell me? I'm not saying that you have to deal with a kid, but it's more of a compassionate, empathetic one coming from that space, because you have been getting this page of coins since a while ago. And it's also in reverse. That's why I said it's a confirmation, because it's either you're setting unrealistic goals for yourselves, or having an expectation about how your person should approach the situation, because you have been doing the initiation for the longest time. Maybe it's their turn, you're expecting them to do something that you know that it's not in their psyche, they're not wired to do that. It's either you're setting unrealistic goals, or perhaps you don't want to do tasks or endeavors that seem to be beneath you. Yeah. Perhaps you feel that it's unglamorous for you to initiate the conversation, but there's no such thing as a daunting task if your relationship is at stake. Perhaps that's something that you might want to think about. I feel that this is your energy. You are very balanced. You are the provider, perhaps, or you are the one whom people seek advice for their for an imbalance in their life. You are such a rock, you are a stable creature. You are a stable being, and so people come to you because they want guidance, or they want stability in their life. You may have earth sign in your chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your chart. You remember a while ago your person got the Empress, when I said your person seems to be stretched way too thin. And the answer to that, for them to not feel that, is this. This is you. They feel that they are losing their breath, perhaps. They are finding it hard to breathe. They're finding it hard to communicate. And for them to be eased out of that is through your energy. That's something that you are very good at. And it's time to channel that in this issue. There's no such thing as, oh, maybe they would reject me, maybe they would not accept my when I initiate it, or maybe you have a lot of what ifs. You just have to do it because you are the, I mean, who cares if your person will think as you have that script in your head that this person would feel this a certain way when you do a certain thing, and so you're not doing that certain thing because you have an expectation that this person would react this way. You get what I mean? Let's get what the universe wants you to see. This looks familiar, isn't it? the one who is treading that path of traversing that rope, finding it hard to balance. The energy or the message for you is strike that balance. In what ways can you balance levity with lightheartedness? In what ways can you balance that embarrassment of yours, or feelings of shame, feelings of fear, insecurity, or overthinking, with just calm down and say something without expectation of the outcome. Release the outcome. And in what ways can you chill and not bombard yourself with a lot of overthinking, or perhaps bombard yourself with a lot of self-talk your way through dealing with the situation. Of course, you have an option also to not do anything about it. But I know from the energies I've gotten through your cards, I know that you know that there's something wrong, or at least there's something that has to be dealt with. Something, it's like an uneasy feeling. There is an uneasy feeling for you as far as this connection is concerned. In what ways can you strike that balance? For example, if you feel that you feel very expressive today, but you know that it's coming from a place of anger, frustration, you want to express your frustration out, in what ways can you just tone it down a bit, breathe, or take a break? In what ways can you express what you want to express in a way that is not coming from an angry space, but in a more compassionate space? Do you have to cook for a moment? Do you have to do yoga? Do you have to meditate? Do you have to take a walk first before you strike that conversation? So those kind of ways that you could strike balance, but you have your own way of doing it or approaching the situation. In what ways can you do that? Okay, I guess I would have to leave it at that. The continuation of this reading is in the link in the description box below. One more oracle guidance card for you, and of course, you could do your own 3-card spread there. Set an intention before you shuffle the deck, which has this one. And if you're still confused, you could send me a message at tarot@highvibes.com, and yeah, I will do the interpretation for you for free. Thank you for being here, and see you next time. Bye bye.